Put the cheese in your dad wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to it's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to doubt, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hated or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary, the start of war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player, you ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice and super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no hashtag, I can see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies him getting paid for. Never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, he already lived.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the London Monarchs and the Houston Texans. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Target. Down. Blue 80. Blue 80. Check 4.
And they'll go on the ground. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Reset. Target.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Watson off play action. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Running with Elliott. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Drive starts on the ground. It's Walton looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, 5 over 50. 5 over 50. Here we go. 41's coming. 41 to Mike.
Play fake. Winston. Going up top. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A big play there. 61 yards. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out comes Houston. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Taylor. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. So a good spin move, but not a whole lot to show after as he's taken down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a carry for Walton. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Ready. Blue ready. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Here we go.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Ready. Blue ready. Hey, sub. Hey, sub.
On third down, Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced them to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Faking the give. Now Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. The 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Ezekiel Elliott, 63 yards. And the Texans draw a bit closer. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27.
Sonic! Screen, trouble C! Sonic! Hey, sub! Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Hey, 5-0.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. And they drop it with a great chance.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They start on the ground with Elliott. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Off of play action, it's Watson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. He'll return it from the 6. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Ready. Move ready.
2nd down, Winston. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man complete. The 30. 20. Touchdown. DJ Chark, 88 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Watson now off the play fake. Flush to his right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Off play action. Watson forced out to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. They'll start the drive with a give to Walton. Got some room at the 30. And a cutback right sideline. And all the way out to the 46. That one 28 yards on the ground.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The 50 after a gain of about 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
Hey. 5-0, okay? Hey, 5-0 kick. 5-0 kick. Hey, sub.
Now a toss play. This is Walton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Hey, let's go, let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Elliott puts this one through. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, 5-0. Ready? Flag, let me go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. give to Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused. Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Here's Winston. Dancing to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion. Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Winston from the gun on third down. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up fourth. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down. But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right? Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three. They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. They did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off. See if they can get the latter 50%. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better. And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Watson. Off play action. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner. Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play. Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Richmond! Dagger!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Watson. Off the play fake. Drops it underneath. Elliott. And now running right through it. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Off the play fake. Watson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Reset.
Now Watson, off play action. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
4 down. Flag 99, fill it. Check 13.
They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Tiger.
Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter.
Flag 99, fill it. Down. Flag 22. Flag 22. Check. Sponge.
Again, it's Elliott. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
On 3rd down, Elliott. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. And he's got it up and through. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Walton. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They go back to Walton. They find some open field here. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Fournette, a first down carry. He will push his way down to about the 14. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. They'll run it again with Fournette. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Ready? Who ready? Let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Reset.
On first down, Watson steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Come back. Tiger.
Throwing Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Watson now to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To the air yet again. Watson. He's got Fuller. A very solid gain of 27. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Watson on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again is Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Taylor. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On the move to his left. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Richmond.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may